God bless you, saints. This is Brother Nathan Martin here. I want to come on here and give another quick word. The Lord's just been speaking to me a little bit today. Today is Sunday night. We've got Brother William Dixon. He's handling our service again tonight, and same deal. I just feel led. I'm letting him handle it up there. And I just want to come on here and just give a quick word. The Lord's just been dealing with me on a few things, and I wanted to speak a little bit about becoming a prisoner to Jesus Christ. And I know some people will probably argue a little bit about what I'm about to say about becoming a prisoner to Jesus Christ. You know, it's not for the faint-hearted, I'll tell you that. We talk about having free will, but if you got a calling and are chosen and ordained of God, you just need to give it up, because He's going to get your attention one way or the other. But the phrase, a prisoner of Jesus Christ, it doesn't mean being forced to serve Him. It means willingly surrendering your life, your will, and your future to Him because of your love and devotion. The Apostle Paul often referred to himself this way. For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Jesus Christ, for you Gentiles, Ephesians 3:1. But I want to read that again. The phrase, a prisoner of Jesus Christ, does not mean being forced to serve Him. It means willingly surrendering your life, your will, and your future to Him because your love and devotion. But I'll go ahead and tell you, there's certain people in certain times and certain ways, you know, God will, if you've got a calling in your life and God's going to use you, whether young, old, and it's ordained of God, He will get your attention. You will, I'm going to use the word be forced, He'll get your attention to where you will willingly lay down your life for Him. And I don't say this just to be talking. I say this because this is one of my life experiences. But I just had a few things I wanted to say about it, but I wanted to give just a little bit of testimony about one man who, you know, they say we got free will, but I want to talk a little bit about what happened in his life. It's William Marion Branham. These are his accounts. This is according to William Branham's own testimony. The time he most often spoke about wanting to end his life was after the death of his first wife, Hope, and their infant daughter, Sharon Rose. In 1937, he described becoming overwhelmed with grief and despair after losing them. He said he made multiple attempts to take his own life, but God intervened and would not allow that. So if he had free will, then why did that happen? In Branham's Sermon and Life Story, he recounted incidents such as this, wanting to use a firearm to end his life, but according to William Branham's own act, he took the pistol, placed it to his head, and pulled the trigger, and he testified that the gun didn't even fire. He said that he didn't check the gun, and after that it worked, and it was functioning normally. And he said, God, you won't even let me kill myself. He was in a really bad spot after losing his wife and their little baby. And then one day he was working for a utility company. According to Branham's testimony, he climbed a power pole intending to grab a high voltage wire to end his life. And he said that as he reached towards the live lines, he lost consciousness and later found himself lying on the ground. Branham believed God had intervened in preventing him from taking his own life. But I'm telling you, if you have a true divine gift and you're called and chosen and ordained by God's mighty hand, just give it up, because there's nothing you can do. I believe that in his instances, God was looking out after him, but He wasn't so much looking out after him as He was for that gift that was inside of him, because God had a work for him to do, a mighty work. So I just wanted to just use that as an example where we talk about free will. There's some of us that you're going to get a whipping, and you're going to get it really hard until you yield to God and do what He wants. And I speak from experience, and William Branham paid a dear price. Another testimony, I didn't write down about it, but his wife and baby that he lost, his own wife, as she was passing, she said, "Honey, do you know what our problem was?" And he said, "What's that?" He said, "We shouldn't have listened to my mother when God had asked him to go down to the Pentecostal people. They refused to go at that time, and they had to pay a price for it." But, you know, a prisoner is someone who, a prisoner of Christ is someone who chooses God's will over their own will, is bound by love, not chains, remains faithful even when it's difficult. That's difficult, but you got to do it. You got to press the battle. Lives to please Christ rather than people, has surrendered their heart, mind, and life to Jesus. And this age is so difficult because the enemy is attacking on all levels, but you've got to break through, keep pressing the battle. A powerful way to say it is, I'm no longer a prisoner of sin, fear, or the world. I am a willing prisoner of Jesus Christ, bound by His love and committed to His purpose. Another fitting verse for this is, "And He died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto Him which died for them, and rose again." 2 Corinthians 5:15. This captures the heart of becoming a prisoner of Jesus Christ, dying to self and living completely for Him. And I just wanted to come out here and just give a quick word for that, because the Lord's on the move, and He's moving amongst the people. And you've got to learn to don't make idols. Don't put your relationships, your brothers, your mothers, your sisters, your jobs, anything above Christ, because He'll get your attention. You need to make Him number one, because He's got a work that He's trying to use the people for in this hour. So you've got to learn to submit yourselves, and that's hard. That's hard because I'm speaking from experience, because I've spent my whole life running from Him. But He will get you. So, saints, I just wanted to come on here and give an encouraging word. Or I hear people say, "Well, we got self-will, we got self-will." So, yeah, we do have self-will, but God will chastise you, and He'll get your attention. Let's just say that. So I would try to start praying and seeking the Lord so you don't get chastised, and let Him start being your teacher, your leader, and He'll all these other things will be added onto you. All these, if you've got things gone astray, God will correct them all, but you've got to put Him first. You've got to let that be the voice that you hear, the very first voice, your leader, your teacher, your guider. But God bless you, saints. I hope something on here was said to help someone today. You know, William Marion Branham was a great man of God. He was used mightily by Him, and he had to pay a lot of difficult prices in his life. But well, saints, God bless you. We will try to start uploading some more videos here soon. We thank y'all for being with us. Bye-bye.